Okay, everybody. I have a rat infestation outside. And it's been driving me crazy, literally. I have a service dog, and I'm disabled, and it's kind of hard to take in. Set traps and chuck them and everything else, and I've tried the wooden traps, tried the sticky tape, tried everything. Nothing has worked. So I've even tried the rat poison cubes, as you can clearly see here. Okay, here's what I've done today. I've been watching a bunch of different videos and checking out a bunch of different things online, and here's what I've come up with. And so far, I'm telling you, I mean, it's really got my rats completely interested. I had some old bins sitting outside and or flower pots, so I just cut holes in them so that the rats can go into them, and I put plastic trays in there. But here's what I made. I'm going to show you. Excuse me for a minute here, because it's kind of hard to work with one hand and do the camera with the other. I made in a bowl this mixture. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a whole bunch of different little things in there, including, and not limited to, this, which I pulverized the cubes into a powder form. Okay, here's what I used. In my chopper / blender, okay, I added a half a cup, literally only a half a cup of my Great Grains Banana Nut Crunch cereal that has a little bit of honey into it. I also added a half a cup of cheap Golden Puff cereal that my grandkids love, which is sweet. It's honey flavored. It has sugar on it. I added 1 cup of regular granulated sugar, 1 full cup, maybe a little more. I'm just trying to make it extra sweet. And I added a whole cup of my baking soda in order to help to bind them up and to make them extremely thirsty. This is just plain old baking soda that I'm a fanatic. Everything has to go into containers, can't sit in boxes or bags or anything like that. Then I used 1 cup of oatmeal, just plain old, literally this is old, this bag is. This is old oatmeal that I've been saving for an occasion, not knowing what I was going to use it for, definitely not for cookies or anything. But anyways, I used 1 cup of that, and I pulverized all the cereals and mixed it all together. And I also took, just to let you know, I also have a hamster that is my grandson's. Okay, so I have hamster food here. So I added about a half a cup of hamster food into the mix. I also had old mixed nuts that nobody was eating. They've been sitting around for a while, so I chopped them up in my chopper. Okay, which, I mean, literally right now, everything has to be sterilized, sanitized, the whole 9 yards. I pulverized everything into a powder, left some of the stuff, especially the nuts and the hamster food. I left that in some whole pieces. Then I wound up putting it into a bowl, mixed it all up, and I added 1 cup, 3/4 to 1 cup of honey. Any honey will do. Literally. It just gives it that extra sweetness, and it makes them more enticed to want to see as to what is going on. So I mix that all into my bowl, and this is what I have is like a paste with seeds and nuts and I mean, there's corn, there's sunflower seeds, this is my hamster food. So you know, if you have a hamster, you know what's in hamster food. So I mixed that all in my bowl, and this is what I got was a paste. So I have extra, which made me really, really happy. And I took old plastic containers. As you can see, I just went through my container drawer cupboard and cleaned the whole thing out. So I had a couple of extra containers and extra lids that I was using. So I put literally 3 spoons of this onto a big, I mean, when I'm talking big, I'm talking literally, the one container was about, oh, sorry for the noise, sorry for the mess, literally about a 12-inch round container, and the other one was, I would say, a 12-by-4 oblong container, and then a small round lid, like one of these red ones. Okay, and I put just 3 spoons of this onto my plates and my containers, and then I added a little bit, I'd say about a 1/2 cup more baking soda, because I really want them to be thirsty, especially with the poison being in there and all that other yummy stuff. And then I proceeded to, while it was on my trays, I proceeded to add self-rising flour. And I mixed it all up until it was completely dry. Literally, it was dry because I only used 3 spoons of this and a cup of this per container, and mixing it up really, really good until it was dry. And yeah, you're going to get chunky pieces because, like I said, as you can see, there's nuts in there. You can see big pieces, so not a big deal. And so it was completely dry. It was clumpy. There were some spots that were clumpy and everything. And it was funny because right after I set my first trap, which I had old bins that were outside. They've been outside all summer long. And right after I set the one bin and I turned it upside down, which has been upside down for quite a while, it was currently used with the wooden rat traps that did not work. The rats are sly little things. I don't care. They're not little. I can't stand them. They're disgusting. They're just totally disgusting. I have grandchildren and I have pets, and I wanted to make sure that there's other wild pets and stuff, wild animals, wild cats, woodchucks, all that other stuff that's out in my neighborhood, and I wanted to make sure that none of them could get at this stuff, period. So here's what I did. I'm going to show you. I hope you can see it. we're going to take a little step outside. Hang on. Got to kick out the door, make sure nothing's on my step. Alright, let's click the light on here. Alright, let's turn some lights on. Okay, that one you can't see, but this one, I don't know as if you can see it or not. It's kind of hard. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Let me put you on pause. Hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, sorry everybody. I'm back. But anyways, here's what I did. Here's my container. It's just an old plastic bin. And because there was a big hole that was broken off on the side there, as you can clearly see all that hole, that old digging down there? That's all due to my lovely little pesky freaking rats. But anyways, I took a brick that had holes in the side of it, 3 nice big holes, so it blocked off that hole that was on the side of the container so that no other animals can get in there but mice and rats. Now, let's see. Oh, there's my other bin. Here's a pallet, literally, a pallet of roofing that my landlord had bought for 2 years ago, and it has been sitting there, literally, for 2 years, and it is, I don't know as if you can see it, but it's literally rat infested underneath there. So I put another container, cut a hole on the one side, put another tray under that, and we're just going to hope and see as to what happens. And then at the base of my steps here, as you can clearly see, there's my lovely garbage cans. But anyways, there's a little trap door that leads to right underneath my porch. Well, these little rats seem to love hanging out underneath my back porch. So here's what I did. Them pieces of brick, them were underneath the back porch to begin with. So all I did is I grabbed some gloves, put a mask on, pulled them bricks out, took one of them plastic lids, took a scoop of the dry material. Let me see if I can get down here so I can show you some of this material as to what it looks like. Ooh, everything's wet. Knock on it, make sure nothing's in there. Don't want to open it up. Don't want to open it up and then... Here we go. Now you can see my mix. Here's my mix. What does it look like? Looks like grass from outside. But look it. There's so much self-rising flour in there. It's not even funny. See the rat holes? They're all around this pallet. Literally all around this pallet. But here's my mix. There's the hole I cut. Now I'm just going to cover it back up. It's been outside, so it's not like it's something that's a new scent or a new item outside, period. It's not. It's been out here for quite a while. Excuse me while I rearrange things. I'm just trying to get out and back into the house. But anyways, I will update you and let you know as to how things turn out. And like I said, right after I set this trap, this one, they kept turning on my motion sensor on constantly. So I know they're under there. They know I know they're under there. Because they're not just underneath that side. They're under this side of my porch. As you can clearly see that nice big hole. But anyways, I will update you tomorrow and let you know as to how things go, or in a couple of days, and see if I can see any dead rats, or see as if the population goes down a little bit. Here's my wooden traps. Didn't do a thing. They ate the bait. Oh yeah, they ate the bait. We had 3 traps. They broke the first trap the very first night. Anyways, get back to you tomorrow, or in a couple of days, and I'll update you. Let you know how things are going. Hopefully this does the trick and gets rid of my infestation for good.